So in our last problem, we multiplied a couple of polynomials together. We can also divide polynomials. There are a few different approaches I could take to dividing this polynomial. One thing I could do is I could factor this polynomial into two or more factors multiplied together and see if one of them happens to be x plus 1. If it does, I can essentially cancel the x plus 1 out. Another approach is I could do long division, just like if I was taking 24 divided by 8. I would see how many times does 8 go into 24. I could do long division with polynomials as well. Or I could use the process of synthetic division, which is really kind of a nice shortcut method for doing long division. Let's go ahead and do long division on this one just for fun. So I want to see how many times does x plus 1, does that binomial, go into this larger polynomial, x to the third minus 2x squared plus 2x plus 5. Well, to start out, really I'm going to ask myself how many times does x go into x to the third? And we know that it goes in x squared times, because x squared times x is x to the third. Once I've determined that, I'm going to multiply x squared by x plus 1. So x squared times x is x to the third. X squared times 1 is x squared. And I'm going to subtract both of those terms to see what I have left. X to the third minus x to the third is 0. That should always happen if I picked the correct number here. And then negative 2x squared minus x squared is negative 3x squared. Now I'm going to repeat the process. Let's see. How many times does x go into negative 3x to the 3x squared? Let's carry this down here first as well. Well, x goes into negative 3x squared, negative 3x times. Because negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. So let's go ahead and multiply negative 3x by x plus 1. Negative 3x times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times 1 is negative 3x. And then I'm really going to subtract these terms from this one to see what I have left over. So subtracting a negative 3x squared is the same as adding 3x squared, and subtracting a negative 3x is the same as adding 3x. Negative 3x squared and positive 3x squared cancel each other out, leaving me with 0. That should happen as long as I picked this number correctly. 2x minus a negative 3x or plus 3x is 5x. And now let's carry down this one. I now ask myself, how many times does x go into 5x? And it goes in 5 times. Because 5 times x is what gives me 5x. And 5 times 1 is 5. I am subtracting. So that leaves me with a remainder of 0, which means that x plus 1 goes evenly, an even number of times, into x to the third minus 2x squared plus 2x plus 5. So the answer to this problem is x squared minus 3x plus 5.